What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Solarman, and today we're going to be talking about dungeon quests and how to farm gold. Most people don't understand how important gold is. Early game, gold is just like a pushover. You get a little bit of it. It's not you're going through gear so quick that it's really not that important. Yes, it does help a little bit, but you're going to out level that gear within like a day or even a couple hours. So in game, gold is so important because your weapons take so much gold to boost up, and that damage boost is needed to actually clear in-game content. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a couple small tips that will help you get gold and hopefully push you guys to end game and possibly end up soloing a lot of the in-game content. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here's the big one. You go to the store, you're gonna see a ×2 gold, an extra item. These are highly important if you're gonna put money in this game. If you're a straight free-to-play player, don't worry guys, that's perfectly fine. This is just for people that want to spend money in the game and help the developer financially and help them keep growing the game, basically. ×2 gold is not ×2 gold from vendors or anything like that. It's just the gold you get from completing the dungeon, it does ×2. So if you would normally get 500k for completing the dungeon, you get 1,000,000 gold every single dungeon, which adds up actually a lot, guys. It's really useful. It's probably one of the biggest things I could say that get gold. And the extra item is just as good, almost, kind of. But it's exactly what it says. It gives you one extra item. So if you do it on normal mode, basically, you would get one item, right? So now you get 2 items. But now if you complete it on hardcore, you normally get 2 items for completing it, so you get a third. You don't get 4, you just get 1 extra item regardless, no matter on what you complete. So on wave defense, on all the waves, instead of getting 1 item on 15, you get 2 items. So that's a huge thing, because all the extra items, not only does it give you a chance to get extra legendary, but it actually gives you an extra loot to vendor for gold, which will make your gold just pile up like you see as mine. I have not got a drop in so long, guys, that my gold just keeps on piling up, which is okay. I'm not mad about it, because when the new updates come out, I will have tons of gold to upgrade weapons and stuff like that. Because if you guys don't know, weapons, like in-game weapons, like a legendary weapon, or any weapon that's like level 85 plus, is so expensive, guys. I'm talking over 200 mil to max out that weapon. Now that is a lot of gold, but I promise you it is worth it. Always upgrade gear first. It's the cheapest and the fastest, and it will give you a huge boost, but your weapon, you need to sink all the gold you can to max out your weapon, guys. It's very important. All right, moving on. All right, guys, here you're seeing the actual official Discord for Dungeon Quest. Now, I will be putting a link to this down below so you guys can click it and check it out. It's a lot of good stuff in here, guys. A lot of great for finding teams. It's really worth it. But what you're going to do is you're going to go down here to party request, and what you're looking for, and you're going to see this a lot. You're going to see people asking for carries. People, all different dungeons. Mostly you're going to see the King's Castle, the Underworld, Insane, and Nightmare. And maybe we'll see some lower ones, but for the most part, it's just like the lowest one they usually go is the King's Castle. And what you're looking for, and especially if you just hit like level 80 or level 85, this is the perfect spot for you, because what they're willing to pay is, most people are willing to pay at least 1 to 2 items per carry. Now, if you just hit level 80, there's no reason why you cannot solo Insane King's Castle, right? So they're going to give you 2 items. Now, if I remember right, those items in there are worth like what? 275k to 300k each, or something close to that, right? So not only are you getting money for you running that dungeon and getting XP, but you're taking their items because they want the XP over the loot. So you're making roughly almost 1 million a run for something that could take you 3 minutes. Now, keep that in mind. You need a lot of gold. You spend 3 minutes of your time, roughly, you make 1,000,000 gold per run. And with these guys, they will run non-stop because they want to level, and as long as you're willing to carry them, they're going to keep doing this, guys. Now, they're not going to give you legendaries. So if you do Insane, or not Insane, sorry, Nightmare, Underworld, they get legendary. They're not going to give it to you, obviously. You know, you're not that lucky. People, unless it's a very honest person, which most of them probably are not, you're not going to get the gear from them. But I've done this for a while. I made a lot of gold, especially doing Insane Nightmare. They would give me 2 items, which would get me with all my upgrade stuff, I'd make like 1.5 to 2 mil a run, which it sounds like a lot, and it is, as long as you can carry. If you just hit 80, you're not gonna get carry insane. Even if you just hit 85, more than likely your insane runs are probably gonna be so slow that it's not worth carrying for Nightmare. So you want to still stay down there and grind the King's Castle to help them out and make you a lot of gold. And you want to do this until you get geared. Once you feel like you're geared, other ways is probably just find another group and grinding with them. But this is just, for this, guys, it's just for you grinding gold if you're really hurting on gold just to get your gear boosted. Because a lot of groups are picky, and like for mages, they're going to want like a 5 mil tick. And for warriors, they're going to want 2 mil per swing. And their healers, they're going to want like 120k HP or higher. And your tanks are 300k. These are all requirements that you're going to have to meet to hit in game. If you don't meet these requirements, guys, they're not going to take you. And this all comes back to, not only does it come back on gold, this comes back on gear. Now, why is that important? People will take gold, especially in lower end gear like that. People will take gold for their gear. They're willing to sell their trash, what they think is trash, like a green glorious guardian helmet, right? It's junk, right? I would say, oh, that's junk. I'm not buying that. Right, but someone that just hit 85 is thinking, I need that helm. I'm willing to pay 10 mil in junk items of mine to buy that, right? And that's where you come in. You're grinding your gold, you have extra gold, but you can't get that loot yet because you can't get in groups. You take that gold that you have, you put it into an item and sell it as trash to them. And there you go. Your gold isn't wasted. It gives you a good jump. But I'll move on to the next tip, guys, and the following tip is going to be parties. Parties, 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 parties. This is how you make a lot of gold. Yes, I can solo Nightmare Underworld. Yes, I can. It takes like 4 to 5 minutes sometimes, and if I screw up, I start all over and I get aggravated and I don't get no loot, right? Parties is how you're gonna make gold. Find you a good running group that everyone works together and you guys are clearing the content that you're doing very, very fast. The faster you run it, the more gold you make per hour. It's how you're gonna make your gold. This game does not hand you gold. It does not. You need to put the time in to grind, guys. I know it sucks, but this is a grinding game. If you don't like the grind, you might want to move on to a new game. But guys, I hope this all helped you, and I hope this gets you guys in a direction you can to get the gold. I know I struggled for a while, but now I have so much gold. And just keep at it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.